Take four, and I'm only doing take four because I feel like I was repeating myself, and I'll make sure I cross all my points. I'm going to go over with the BET Awards. BET Awards, I'll admit, was one of the better shows I've seen in a very long time for 2025. And granted, they're celebrating 25 years, which I guess would justify the four tributes. I didn't understand that. Of course, the best moments of the night was definitely the Jamie Foxx tribute when the artist they had that came on stage. Kirk Franklin's performance, that he did his own tribute. And it was one more moment, but I can't think right now, but because I talked about it on Facebook and I forgot. But one thing we have to remember when it comes to the BET Awards is we're not monolithic. Black people are not monolithic. So as a result, we're going to see some people on stage we don't recognize, that we don't understand. Like when Playboy Cardi came on stage, my son, of course, was like, "You know who that is?" I said, "Yes and no." Yes, because I don't listen to him, but I know who he is because I had a student when I taught years ago, relentlessly would ask me to play Playboy Cardi, and I was like, "No," and he had an obsession with Playboy Cardi. So we're going to see artists on stage we don't recognize or we don't agree with, we don't rock with, and it is what it is. But let's be honest, BET is Black Entertainment Television. Speaking of Black Entertainment Television, I didn't like the fact that Mariah Carey admitted that was her first time getting a BET award. When you think about how long she's been on the scene, that is not cool. And that is a discussion to be had. What classifies people being recognized on a Black entertainment television? Like Lenny Kravitz admitted he was never invited. Robert Glasper, Layla Hathaway. It's so many artists that you're like, how you don't invite these people who are talented artists, and they're Black. Like, make it make sense. So it is not. It shouldn't be. And I'll admit there have been certain years that to me they were catering to the more popular music, not just genuinely good music. So I don't understand. So no, what I do like that BET does where they highlight artists that you may not have heard of. I'll admit the one guy, and I'm gonna put his name up here, starts with the E. He had the long robe on. I saw his Tiny Desk concert. Don't make no sense. It does not make any sense. But a lot of people forget, again, before Beyonce, there was Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston were at one point in the same category. And I know they've recognized Whitney Houston. I know they have. I'm not mistaken. So I'm just wondering. Now, granted, Mariah Carey, if you look at her awards now, she ain't lacking nothing. The girl got 6 Grammys. The woman, the queen. But speaking of the tributes, I didn't understand why we had so many. Granted, it was 25 years, but why four? Why four? Granted, they were also hitting, I felt like, on every aspect of entertainment, Black entertainment. So Jamie Foxx was the singing and the acting. Mariah Carey was like the R&B and the pop. Snoop was rap. Kirk was gospel. I get that. But maybe if you're going to do a show like that, you want to scale back on how many performances and awards you give out. Like a lot of people don't realize when it comes to the Grammys and the NAACP awards, not all those shows make it to the main screen, which means we see a portion. What we see when we watch the Grammys on CBS and when we watch the NAACP awards, that's a portion of the awards that they give out. We don't see the whole show. Granted, the host is there for a certain time, but there's so many awards given out before that host comes up. I'll never forget when Kev on Stage got his award. It wasn't on the main screen. It's like they have a separate show. Grammys, they're in that arena wherever they have the award show. But as far as what makes it on air, it is the main stuff that starts at like 8 or 7 o'clock that evening, whatnot. So maybe they need to think about that. Because a lot of people don't know how many actual awards are given. NAACP, they even recognize books, authors. You know what I'm saying? Black authors. But yes, I will get one day. I look forward to that. But let me go back to the tribute. So Jamie Foxx, let's be honest. I granted he's been through a lot and he has overcome, but his speech was too long. First of all, he had an awesome tribute. Like the artist they handpicked for his tribute, he was even crying and getting emotional. It was they knew what they were doing for that one. Oh my gosh, they knew what they were doing for that one. But his speech, granted, other people being recognized, was too long. I also like how with the memoriam, and I hope I'm saying that word right. I like how usually they make it all one span, all one video, and they have someone perform before, after they play the video. They did it differently this time. They had it where people would perform, No, they would do the video and then they would have people perform. Like the young lady, I don't know her name. I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna put it in here. The one who did Angie Stone's tribute. Oh my gosh. Number one, she looked radiant in her outfit. Like she looked like sunshine, literally. Like whoever, if she styled herself, whoever styled her, got it. Yes, that was beautiful. So, but the Quincy Jones tribute, I was mad because it's too many artists. Let's put it this way. Um, Luke James could have did that by himself. Granted, the song they were singing, multiple artists sang that song. Secret Garden, multiple artists sang that song, and that's what they were trying to do. I love Lucky Day. I do. And then the guy who sang, y'all recognize him, that's the guy from Sinners. I don't know his name. I'll put it up here. Yeah. I Luke James could have sang that by himself. And he did. Like eventually the other two kind of picked up. But Luke, when he did his part, is like, yeah, he could have did this by himself.